Assalamu alaikum. This is a short video about chapter 6, Listen Up. I suppose that you have read and understand the text. So listen up, we have just read an example of good listening. There is a conversation between Dave and Bill, an example about good listening, and we found that Dave have a good characteristics of good listener because he is impossible for his action, feeling and behavior. He don't have the power to change others but himself. He listen carefully, he wants to understand the others. Referring from judgment, judging others will assist me in listening. So these are the characteristics that we have to be a good listeners, and I allow others to be in an equal level with myself. Listening is a skill. Effective listening is a learned skill. So it's a learned, it's not instinctive, غريزة. Okay, sometimes, how many times have you been affected by how a person listens to you? We are affected as speaker. When we speak, we are affected by the listeners. So listening is important for both, for listening, for the listener and for the speaker. And also, how do you feel when listeners are not paying attention to you by looking at their watch, doing some activity, or not acknowledging what you have said? So it's important to listen to the speaker, because when you are looking at your watch or doing anything else, okay, as speaker, so you feel put down. Listeners have a lot more power and impact on the talker. We have talked about this point. And there are 3 levels of listening. Many people tend to assume listening is basically the same as hearing, as we said that listening is a skill, but hearing is instinctive. Hearing is instinctive, but listening is a skill that can be developed within the time. Listening can be divided into 3 levels. Okay, as a person move from level 3, which is the least effective, to level 1, the most effective, the potential for understanding and retention of what is said and for effective communication increase. So when we move from level 3 to level 1, the understanding of the listening will be increased. Communication also will be increased. Level 1, a person level 1 demonstrates the characteristics a good listener. Listeners look for an area of interest in the talker's message. They are interested in what is the speaker is talking about. Effective listeners are aware of their personal biases, their attitudes, and better able to avoid making automatic judgments about the talker. So they don't want to judge the person who is speaking, but they listen carefully. They keep their mind and with the speaker. Good listeners suspend judgment. They don't judge the person or the others, but they listen. They just want to understand. They just want to have the meaning and the understand, and to be able to communicate with the speaker. Also, level 1 listeners use extra thought time to anticipate the talker next. When you listen carefully, so you can anticipate what is the speaker talking about, what is the next step or the next statement or the next phrase. Their overall focus is to listen with understanding and respect. Okay, so they listen with understanding, they understand, and they respect the speaker. So in this example we have just examined, we found that Dave is a good listener. Level 2, here is the listener listening, or the person listen only to the word without doing any efforts to understand the meaning or to be able to communicate. So they listen but does not fully understand what the words mean. Okay, and here we have some semantic barriers, because for example in English there are 1,000 words with different meaning, with 20 to 25 meaning. So we have to focus, we have to listen to understand the exact meaning that the speaker wants to convey. The important factor in all this is that words don't communicate. We are not communicating through words. We communicate through what meaning and understanding. When we understand the meaning, so we can communicate correctly. Listeners are focusing on words, but many times they miss the intent. Okay, in this level, they just focus on words, but they miss the meaning. They don't pay attention to the meaning. This can lead to misunderstanding, incorrect action, loss of time. Okay, so when they just listen to words, so this is the loss of time. There is misunderstanding, and the listener appear to be listening by nodding. Okay, they listen, they nodding their head to pretend they understand, but they are not listening at all, just for the words. Level 3, at this level, people are tuning out the speaker. They don't care about words, they don't care about meaning, they don't care about communication, so they just sit as if you talking to a wall. Okay, so here there is a fake attention while thinking about unrelated matter. They think about something else, okay, while they listening, so they are not listening to anything. This causes what relationship breaks down, conflict, and poor decision making, because the person is busy finding fault. Okay, so this is the least level, and it's not a good behavior to have this level, because you don't listen to, or you don't understand the meaning and the other thing in the speaker talk. Benefit of level 1, so there are when employees know they are talking to listener instead of a supervisor who sit in judgment, they openly suggest ideas. They work together as, the speaker and the listener as a team. Okay, so they work together. They have this good environment of cooperation. An effective listener sets in motion a positive, mutually rewarding process by demonstrating interest. The listener should convey a message to the speaker that he or she is interested in the talk. He wants to understand more and more. The empathic listener encourage honesty, mutual respect, understanding, and feeling of security. Okay, and listening also encourage employees to feel self-confident. Okay, they can talk to their boss, they can talk to their supervisor when they feel self-confident. And here we have guidelines for empathic listening. Be attractive, be interested in the speaker's needs, listen for a caring attitude, and act like a mirror. Okay, don't let the other person hook you to make you involved in their problems. So you have to keep yourself away from problems. Don't let the others hook you. Okay, use verbal cues, and it's important, for example, to summarize what the other person is speaking, or the speaker is talking about. Face expressions, body language, these things to show the listener or the speaker, that you are interested in his speak and you are understanding what he or she is talking about. Okay, thank you.